the fuck back on frame.
Hi, there's some homeless guy he found on the street.
Fuck off.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? It's Cerberus, and I'm taking over the quick reviews from this point on forward.
Well, if there's ever any quick reviews you want to do that you don't want to put in your channel, just fucking film them and send them to me.
Okay. I'm not used to the format. No, I'm kidding. Okay, enough banter, I suppose. Pitiful's already done this on the channel before.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and introduce it.
Yep.
So, a few months ago, I did a quick review of Ghost Warhead Sour Green Apple. I absolutely loved it. It's my personal favorite flavor of Ghost Energy. He, however, his first encounter with Ghost Energy was when we mixed Swedish Fish with Ghost Energy Swedish Fish.
And I have not had a single bit of it since. Truth be told, I didn't really find Ghost Energy too appealing from the looks of things, just because it looked like one of those things that's going to be like, oh god, this is going to be too sweet, even for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I tried the Swedish Fish before. It tasted exactly as expected.
Yeah, and I'll warn you about something with this as well. You know how the texture is when you bite into a Granny Smith apple? The texture it leaves on your mouth, on your tongue?
Yeah.
When you take a sip of this, it leaves that texture in your mouth. It literally makes your brain feel like you just took a bite out of a Granny Smith apple.
Huh. Well, alrighty then, I suppose.
Now, obviously we will do the sniff test first, but as soon as you open it, you will be getting a whiff of green apple.
Oh boy.
Woo! Yep. It's been a while since I've had one of these.
Yeah. That is indeed the smell of a freshly cut Granny Smith apple.
Yeah.
If you add a little bit of high fructose corn syrup to it.
Still not bad though. Right. Open the
Yeah.
lips, between the gums, look out stomach, here it comes. So good.
Well,
Isn't that weird? Isn't that texture weird?
just a bit, yeah.
It's so disorienting. You're like, wait, what?
I will say that I'm kind of like in the middle. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, at first reflex, it is a bit on the sweet side,
Yeah.
but it's actually not bad.
Now, one thing I noticed that you did, which can sometimes affect the taste,
Yeah.
you chugged a little bit of it. This is not one that you want to chug. Just go like this. It's a lot more palatable that way.
I think that just made the sweetness stronger.
Really?
Yeah, at least for me anyway.
Huh.
And then again, my palate's kind of shifted over the years to prefer slightly less sweet, slightly more bitter tastes. Like, for example, chocolate. I could do Hershey's on occasion, but that is like just past the threshold of like, okay, this is getting a tiny bit sickening.
Right.
Even Special Dark is like, it's not, dark enough. Like, getting up to like the 60 to 70% cacao territory for dark chocolate, which a lot of people consider to be a bit too bitter for them, that's the right spot for me.
Fair enough. But, yeah, if I recall correctly, in my original quick review, I gave this a 9. I'm going to keep it at the 9. Because it's still insanely good, even at room temperature, because we just got these off the shelf from Walmart.
Yep.
So they're literally room temperature. But it tastes wonderful. So I'm going to keep it at my 9 out of 10. What do you give it?
Originally, I was going to give it like somewhere around like a 6 or a 7, purely because of the fact that it's like, very, very punchy when it comes to like the sweetness of it. Mm-hmm. But the fact that it still tastes like a Granny Smith, the fact that it does that while still being, primarily artificial flavors. Well, okay, it says natural and artificial, so okay, yeah, I would taste the natural bit in it. I kind of have to shift it up to an 8, honestly.
Yeah, it's weird to me that you're getting more of a sweetness from it than I am because of how obviously it's a sour green apple. I get a lot of the sour, which is why I don't chug this, because that's when I get a shit ton more of the sour. I just sip it like I do cucumber lime Gatorade. And then it's a very tolerable level because I have a sour tolerance, but Warheads is one of the things that kind of gets to the top of that sour tolerance.
Yeah.
And considering this is Warheads.
Yep.
But it's weird that you're getting more of a sweet flavor, but it probably because you've actually been cutting a lot more sugar and shit out of your diet than I have the past couple of years.
Yeah, probably just because of my palate being more shifted towards like bitter and slightly savory stuff primarily.
Yeah.
With sweet stuff taking a bit of a backseat. It's like when I'm wanting something sweet, I'm wanting something sweet, but that happens like once in a blue moon, and then usually after that it's like, you know, if it's got like a light hint of sweet, that's enough for me.
Right.
Like, for example, a graham cracker. You know, it's mostly just cracker, but you get that little hint of honey, sometimes cinnamon if you get that flavor.
Oh, yeah.
And that's usually enough for me.
Yeah, that shit's good. Those are
pretty-
cool lights.
Yeah.
Sorry, we saw cool lights.
Cool Razer RGB Christmas lights, the Gamer House Christmas edition. Well, almost. Not nearly enough lights.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, yeah, so that being said, all the sweetness, you know, mentioned, I do have to admit that, yeah, there is still the hint of the green apple. The only thing that I'm not really detecting much of is the sour, but that may also just be the fact that, like, I pick up on sweet a lot easier.
And don't you have a pretty damn decent sour tolerance too?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, it's been a long time since I had Warheads, but the last time that I had one, I remember it didn't really faze me.
Yeah, like it always with Warheads, it always depends on what it is for me as well. Like the hard candy, yeah, no, that shit's very fucking sour.
Yeah.
But sometimes some of the softer Warheads candies, it's like, it's a mixed bag.
I mean, tasting it again, yeah, I actually do catch a little bit of the sour, like, right at the tail end, but it's like kind of like a here and then gone kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, just over as soon as you know it's there.
Yeah.
And then it just gets right back to the sweet with the slight hint of apple.
Yeah. But yeah, can you see why this is actually my favorite flavor of Ghost?
I would say so, yeah. I mean,
I'd love for them to make a grape Ghost, though, because a lot of their flavors are so damn good, I'm surprised they haven't attempted a grape.
that would actually be quite sick. Now, of course, yeah, my experience with Ghost is quite limited. The only other flavor I've had, of course, is the Swedish Fish, and I think a little bit of the Sour Patch blue raspberry.
Oh, the blue
something like
ras,
that?
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, because I remember asking you one time when I had a can if you wanted to try a sip. And you were like, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much my experience with Ghost. I mean, I already explained my reasons why, but I think this would be the one that I would gravitate into most by default, just because I'm not really a big fan of Swedish Fish. I'm going to be completely upfront.
Yeah, Swedish Fish are alright, but it's never... If I'm in the mood for candy, Swedish Fish is never my first, second, third, fourth, or fifth go-to.
Yeah, no.
Well, it really kind of depends on what's in front of me as well, because I don't even know if this video's up anymore, but you and Unsuitable grilled me for over an hour on listing foods that I don't like.
I remember that.
Just listing foods to see if I like or don't like, and it was almost an hour of just foods I don't like.
I remember that.
I still remember the fucking time when I was talking about the Mike's Harders.
Oh, God, yep.
Because I knew it would get you, because over voice it's a lot more difficult to tell if I'm being serious or joking because you can't see my facial expression.
Right.
Where I was just like, if you can't taste the alcohol, then you're not really fucking drinking, and you and Unsuitable just went off. You were like, bitch!
I think that was actually towards the start of me, like, intentionally embellishing with the emotions a little bit just because it was funny. Not to say that I wasn't feeling those emotions, but I did kind of go over the top on purpose a little bit. Just because I am that asshole.
Yeah, because I remember at that point being like, you are not okay. You are a drunk. Despite the fact I can't get drunk.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's gonna be about it for this quick review. I've got someone on my ass, and I'm going the fucking speed limit.
You better get off your ass, or I'm going to throw a rock at them. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding, guys. I'm not actually saying that I'm going to commit a federal offense. I mean, I kind of just said that I was, but it's a joke, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's not like the feds are going to get it anyway.
Right. Because out of anyone in this planet that doesn't have a sense of humor, anyone in politics, they don't got a sense of humor.
Completely removing the brain part that handles humor, or just completely removing the brain in general is kind of a prerequisite to be a politician.
Right. But actually, to be fair, there is a guy I follow on TikTok who's a senator in North Carolina, who is actually very transparent and upfront with everything. Like, if something's going on, he will fucking talk about it.
Fair enough.
Which I enjoy that.
Yeah, that
He may not align with any political party I follow, but I respect him. That's why I've always been like, politics, Republicans, Democrats, those lines are fucking stupid. You shouldn't align yourself with one fucking side.
right. I'm not going to get into my political stance there.
Me neither. This was kind of a rant that I didn't mean to go on. Oh, I don't know why I turned my blinker on.
The only thing I will say is, actually, no, that'd probably be a bit too spicy to take for most people to take these days anyway.
But anyways, I'm Pitiful7.
I'm Cerberus of Ira Days Entertainment.
And we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace out.
Go ahead and stop, please. With this guy.